good, y'all? Cardi B's new baby father, Stefon Diggs, who's an NFL football player, he's accused of doing some wild Diddy, Bill Cosby type of behavior, man. Let me read y'all this article, right? It says Stefon Diggs and Cardi B have been dealing with a lot of drama ever since the Grammy winner announced her pregnancy with the star player. Amid all this, former City Girl JT has reshared an interview of a man named Chris Blake Griffith that he gave to Tasha K. So for those that don't know, Chris Blake Griffith is a stylist, right? He's most known for being Gervonta Tank Davis' stylist. So when you see Gervonta Davis wearing the Chrome Hearts outfits and all that, he got all of that from this guy named Chris Blake Griffith. You know what I'm saying? So let me continue reading this article. It says he accused the New England Patriots player of trying to, I don't want to say this word, but actually assault him in October of 2024. This has raised eyebrows and sparked chaos among fans. The interview has Chris Blake Griffith, an entertainment marketing manager, recalling his experience of meeting Stefon Diggs and accusing him of drugging him and then trying to actually assault him. So it says Chris Blake Griffith details the night he alleges that Stefon Diggs drugged him, was choking the chicken in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Like he was beating his. So basically, Chris Blake Griffith and Stefon Diggs were in a two-seater Porsche. Stefon Diggs was in the driver's seat and just pulled his shit out and just started choking the chicken right in front of him, right? He also accuses Stefon Diggs of putting his tongue in his ear. He says Diggs tried to unalive him for turning down his advances. And then Diggs' brother, Derez, was arrested on another occasion. Let me pull this up real quick. He was arrested on another occasion for showing up to Griffith's home with other men, attacking and robbing him. Wow. So think about this, guys. Stefon Diggs, right, tried to, make advances towards this guy. And because he didn't want to do it, because he tried to leave, he basically, stole something from the guy and then had his brother pull up to his house where he lives at to rob him, bro. This is crazy, bro. This is wild. So he says he's disgusted that Stefon Diggs was given a UGG campaign with Sarah Jessica Parker after what he allegedly did to him. He says, so Stefon drugged me, attempted to actually assault me, and UGG gave him a campaign. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, man, let's be honest, guys. Like over here in America, really around the world, whenever a man accuses a man or woman of actually assaulting them, people tend to not take it serious. People think it's funny. People make jokes about it. Look at Roz B. Who was a part of the B2K. He accused Chris Strokes of, doing something to him, and nobody took it serious. As a matter of fact, everybody started calling him gay. Everybody was making jokes. To this day, he still stands on business that that's what happened to him. Even his fellow B2K members, Omarion and all of those guys, like they never had his back. They never stood up with him and believed him, and they all basically said the guy was a liar. So Chris Blake Griffith in his interview with Tasha K said he attempted to have him unalive because of him making the actual pass at him. It wasn't the actual pass that frustrated me. What frustrated me the most was he tried to unalive me after it. Chris Blake Griffith also accused Stefon Diggs of drugging him and added that his pupils were black and his sex drive was through the roof. So he says he pulled. So guys, he said that Stefon Diggs offered him candy, right? And he said after he took this candy, he was basically, super horny. You know what I'm saying? So he basically thinks that the candy was laced with ecstasy or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's accusing Stefon Diggs of doing. He's accusing Stefon Diggs of lacing some type of candy that he gave Chris Blake Griffith, and it caused his sex drive to be through the roof. Like, so this is some Bill Cosby activity. So he continues and says, so he pulls his thing out and starts doing the thing. And as he is doing this thing, I'm like, bro, settle down. And as he is touching on himself and saying how horny he is, he pulls his thing out. Chris Blake Griffith then goes on to add that Stefon Diggs finally stopped sexually stimulating himself as they walk out of the door of his house together. The NFL player put his arm around and put his tongue in his ear. Back in October of 2024, Chris had first accused Stefon Diggs of sexual assault through a Facebook comment. So let's pull up this Facebook comment. Let's pull it up, y'all. Let me pull it up for y'all boys real quick. It's on Twitter. Shout out to Twitter. I'm never going to call Twitter X. Never. X is just a lame name. I'm always going to call it Twitter. Okay. So this is what it says. He says, "This is my life we're talking about." Let me screenshot this. I can put it in the video. He said, "This is my life we're talking about. I don't know what you do with yours, but I be doing something with mine, so it means something. I'm speaking from the perspective of fact. So to denounce the spreading of any misinformation, here's a synopsis. I'm familiar with Marshawn because of his half-brother. I was designing Liam Home, his half-brother's clothing line that resembles that of Forever 21's men's line, and Marshawn used to run my errands per his half-brother's demands as I worked on the line. We didn't work in close proximity, but he was around. Them other guys, I don't know. The derivative of all this shit is that Stefon tried to drug me and then have sex with me. And I escaped, thank you, Jesus, but I knew his secret and that didn't sit well with him. Weeks later, after his failed sexual attempt on me, because I don't play like that and never have, Marshawn realized I was no longer affiliated with his half-brother, and because he's broke, not even being funny, but like actually doesn't have money, has 3 kids, Stefon doesn't take care of him because he didn't meet him until he was like 12 years old. He saw a gap in what was once a strong relationship between his brother and I and tried to rob my crib from my Chrome Hearts collection and more. Jackets with 100+ crosses, multiple bags. First thing he said when I got off the elevator was, "What's up with all that Chrome shit?" Him and 2 crash outs he tagged in to help him didn't give a damn about no cameras because they likely wanted my mouth closed about the closeted receiver and wanted to turn his TV off and leave him in his apartment after they cleaned all of my valuables. And that ain't even all the tea, but everybody knows so much. They're gonna run with a narrative about theft to protect the fact that he drugged me and tried to try me. But unlike the fruitful thinker, I respectfully live my life as a 100% straight man that doesn't dabble in experimentation, unlike him. But the truth needs no motivation. It'll surface as need be. I produce receipts like a printer, but y'all can continue in the comments telling me more about my life." Wow. This is crazy, y'all. This is wild, man. This is wild, bruh. Cardi B, this is who you decided to... So Cardi B, you decided to leave Offset, who cheated on you multiple times in your marriage, just to date an NFL football player who's a known player. He's known to sleep around with multiple women, right? Right after you announced your pregnancy, there's 2 other women that's claiming that they have a child with Stefon Diggs. And he's a booty bandit. Not only is he out here slanging to a bunch of different women, he's also trying to slang it to men. He's out here trying to force straight men to, get into some Diddy, have a Diddy party with him. That's basically what this was. Stefon Diggs was throwing a Diddy party. That's basically what it was. All of the things they said Diddy was doing at the party, Stefon Diggs was really doing this at his party that Chris was at. So, yeah, man, this is crazy, man. So Cardi B has basically slammed Chris Blake Griffith. She's accusing him of lying, which is crazy. It says, while Stefon Diggs has remained silent about the controversy, and that's how you know it's true. If this was a lie, why has Stefon Diggs never publicly denounced this? Because he knows if he does it, it's going to further, the lawsuit that's probably pending already from the Chris guy. So Cardi B has jumped in to protect him. As soon as City Girl JT reshared Chris's interview, Cardi B wrote a post that said Chris lied because he was stealing and got caught. There's receipts for that. He lied on Gervonta Davis too and changed the story 1,000 times. Chris lied because he was stealing and got caught. There's receipts for that. He lied on Gervonta Davis. Okay, you already said that. The New England Patriots player Stefon Diggs has yet to comment on the controversy. Cardi B, why are you speaking for another grown man? I know this is your second baby father, right? You guys got a kid on the way. Congratulations. But why are you defending a grown-ass man? Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Stefon Diggs is a grown man. If all of this isn't true, like, because think about this, guys. This happened last year in October. So this is like a year ago. You feel me? The fact that he never said anything about it is crazy. And Chris Blake Griffith, he was on Academics' channel last night. You guys can check that out. And he basically confirmed that he is filing a lawsuit against Stefon Diggs and his brother. And, he's basically going to prove himself that he's not lying in court. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, man. That's pretty much the video, man. Let me know what you guys think about this, man. Women like Cardi B, man, they just don't learn. I mean, you marry Offset, you and Offset have 3 kids together. The guy cheated on you your entire marriage, and then you leave him, file for divorce, just to date a guy that looks just like him, that seems to be worse than him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you out here having a kid on the way with a guy that is just clearly out here sleeping unprotected with a bunch of different women, not pulling out because he got 2 other kids, you feel me? And he's out here getting it in with men. He's out here living a double-sided life. The guy's in the closet, you feel me? He's out here, on some booty bandit, you feel me, Diddy activity, and he's in the closet. He's hiding it from you, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's sleeping with women and dudes, you know what I'm saying? Better yet, he's trying to sleep with dudes that ain't even gay. The Griffith dude is saying he's not even gay, and Stefon Diggs basically tried to force him into a Diddy party. So this is crazy, man. Let me know what you guys think about this. It's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, leave a comment. I'm out.